What do you think of the Fae? Are they little butterfly-winged creatures that flit about the woodland between flowers, or are they something else? Is there a sinister tone to some of these elemental beings? I've come to a place now where if these things exist, and I've got to get down here without falling, people, but if these things exist, then, come on dog, I think they're actually in this little bit of woodland. And I'm not saying that lightly. I've got a little bit of footage from a few years ago where there's a sharp snap, or that's what it sounds like, a sharp electrical type snap. Something springs up from the undergrowth at incredible speed and flies away. I've said it many times. This little bit of wood is where we heard the wing beats, the huge beating wings that sounded like an enormous bird above myself and my granddaughter. But let's concentrate on these elemental beings. Are the Fae a reality? Are the Fae responsible for everything that we're seeing and experiencing? If you look into folklore and history, you will find that they're nothing like little butterfly-winged beings. These things can come in many shapes and forms. So are they shapeshifters? We have to ask that. And are the Fae very similar to what some people would call the jinn? You know, in different cultures, in the Muslim religion, most things supernatural or of a supernatural nature are explained away as being a product of the jinn. They're responsible for these things, these strange happenings. It's not within the realms of impossibility that that's not the case. But is it not possible that what some cultures call the jinn and what some people call the Fae are one in the same? And could these beings that people claim to have seen throughout history actually be responsible for some of the strange occurrences that people see and experience? You know, it's interesting, isn't it, that people associate them with mushrooms and place these beings around mushrooms. And what do we see with fungus? Hallucinogenics, strange apparitions after people have ingested certain mushrooms, flygarics. And in folklore and in popular culture we see people painting fairies around mushrooms. I think I probably would believe I was hallucinating if I actually saw one of these small diminutive beings. I'm just playing with ideas here, throwing things out there. Somebody in and around this location, somebody in and around the burial mound of Willie Howe, another place where elemental beings have allegedly been seen, may come to me with a story that suggests that these things are definitely here. I've definitely had a few strange experiences in this small section of woodland. This is the place that I don't think I want to camp anymore. I've spent full nights in this little bit of woodland and I'll show you where shortly. I've not really capitalised as in putting on a camera or anything. I was just doing it really before I got more heavily involved in the YouTube channel. It was just something I was doing. But this little bit of woodland, I really believe that there's something strange in this strip. Just a little coppice of land sits between two fields. So we'll just walk through and then we'll head back to the car. Walking along the path and there's a deer there running down. So it's pretty prolific with wildlife. And won't surprise me if there isn't another one tucked in the undergrowth here. The most I've seen at one time is 11. I also need to add, this is the bit of woodland where I got pulled backwards by that kind of magnetic pull, which were quite strange. But may seem like there's a lot of things happening and a lot of things to talk about, but don't forget, I'm getting loads and loads of reports from people. People are actually feeling confident enough to share their accounts of the strange and unusual with me, because they know I'm not going to laugh at them. They know if they say don't use my name, it's not going to get used. I just hope that other researchers don't bend these stories out of proportion, which is what I've seen happening in some instances. This is where I've camped on a few occasions. This little area here. And I've been in the tent in the dead of night and heard noises, but I've not sat there under a dim light kind of trying to frighten myself, you know, saying like, you know, there's something outside the tent, because we really don't know. And if we've got the right equipment, such as a thermal camera, you can scan it round, and usually it's a fox or a badger. But it is a strange little bit of woodland. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. So please press the like and subscribe and enjoy your day. Thank you.